Good evening, everybody. If you can hear me, can I get it in the comment section? Please, if you can hear me, do well to drop something for me in the comment section and let me know. If you can hear me, do well to drop something for me in the comment section. Let me know if you can hear me. All right, thank you so very much for the feedback. Thank you so very much for the feedback. So I can see we are ready for today's class. I can see we are so excited for today's class. Samuel, you came even before the class started. Samuel, you're welcome. He said, I can't wait for today's live session. It's going to be amazing as usual. Olajide said, good evening. I do innovate. I can. I will and I must. I can't wait for today's class. Oh, yes, today's class is going to be amazing as always. Please don't forget about what you promised to teach us on making money online. Okay. Joshua said today's class promised to be awesome. I can sense that already. I'm super ready to begin to learn the ABC of today's class. No man down. All right. Thank you so much, Joshua. A beautiful evening to everybody. Samuel, you also came before the class started. Good evening. Rebecca, good evening. Gloria, good evening. Comedy, good evening. Patrick, good evening. Manasseh, good evening. Those were the people that came even before the time of the class. So a special evening to us. Oh, Samuel, good evening. Saying finally the terror I've been worried about Power BI is here. Don't worry. Ideal Innovate is here to the rescue. You're welcome to today's class. Manasseh, good evening. Thank you so much for the feedback. Rebecca, thank you so much. Olajide, good evening. Samuel, good evening. Patrick, thank you so much. Gloria, good evening. Rebecca, good evening. HWO, good evening. Destiny, good evening. Yes, we show up, no man down. Okay, Samuel, thank you so much. Joshua, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Owolabi, good evening. Yes, no man down. Thank you. Favor, good evening. Adeumi, good evening. Thank you too. Precious, good evening. All right, you can hear me loud and clear. Thank you so much. Manasseh, good evening. Olajide, good evening. Joshua, good evening. Orubo said, very ready. Okay, good evening. Samuel, thank you so much. I'm doing great too. Thank you. Okay, Obong said you can hear me, but it's breaking. Can everybody hear me loud and clear? Please let me know if everybody can hear me loud and clear, or if it is just his network. Tolani, good evening. Mercy, good evening. Excitement, one Samuel. Okay, Michael, good evening. David, good evening. Damilare, good evening. Thank you. My day was okay. Destiny said, no man down. Michael said, we did, yeah. Daniel said, good evening. Okay, Jonathan, good evening. God's power, good evening. You're welcome. Ensure, good evening. Good evening. Nancy said, good evening. Okay, God's power, you can hear me clearly. Thank you so much. So yes, a beautiful evening to everybody. It's a start of a new week, and yes, lest I forget, happy Monday to everybody, happy new week to everybody. So if anyone, thank you. Good evening. Okay, so yes, happy new week to everybody. So let me ask, how did our day go? How is our week starting? You know, there is this saying that how we start our weekend, how we start our Monday will determine how the rest of the week will be. So let me know, did your Monday start off on a good note? Well, mine was it was stressful, so I don't pray the rest of the week is as stressful as this. So I would not really agree with that. So let me know, how did your week start? How did you know? Did it start on a positive note, or was it stressful? Was it stress free? Let me just know, how did your week start off? And if you are just joining the live, please make sure you like the live. You know how we do it. Make sure you keep liking the live. I can see so many people liking the live already. Please, let's keep doing that because we don't want to get disconnected. So please keep liking the live, keep liking the live. And also, if you're just joining us and you've not subscribed to the channel, by this time, I know you're very wrong. So please subscribe to the channel if you've not done that. So let me know how our week started off in the comment section. Okay, Gloria, you can hear me loud and clear. Thank you so much, Gloria. Obong, are you asking how I am? Well, I'm doing very okay. Thank you for asking. I'm currently on transit, but I do innovate calls, and we have to what we have to answer. We have to answer. And today's class is going to be amazing as always, amazing as usual. So let me know how it is in the comment section. Okay, Rebecca said today was stress free actually, but I am weak. Today was stress free and you are weak. Are you not feeling too well? Let me know in the comment section. Are you not feeling too well? Okay, Manessa said this my week is just massive rain and lectures and work. Local man cannot can. Please have enough rest as you can. Try to get as much rest as you can, Manasseh. Demilare said today was good. Okay, that's good to hear. Oluwatosin, good evening, you're welcome. Victor, good evening, you're welcome too. Favor said, my day was just there, Jare, but I thank God, no bad news. At least no bad news. It's worth thanking God for. So, glory to God. If anyone said, mine was good by God's grace. Okay, that's good to hear. Odaji said, I've been down recuperating from a leg surgery. So, I'm always indoor. I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you feeling better now? How is the leg now? Is it getting better now? Okay, someone said my day was excellent. Apart from my Gary that fell from my hand, trying to rush in for the class. Ha. Like you pack the Gary because we really need the Gary during class. We have to take something to calm down. If you cannot pack the Gary, maybe just get granite or something. Okay, David said it was raining throughout. The weather is kind of cold here, but it didn't rain today. It didn't rain today. Okay, a great day. Someone said set and ready. Okay, Manessa said this my week is just massive rain and lectures. Okay, and work. Okay. Samuel, where is Sandra? You're always asking after Sandra. Don't worry, Sandra is going to join us real soon. Joseph said, I am not feeling too well, a bit under the weather. I think this weather is really taking its toll on most of us. Okay. Zed, good evening, you're welcome. Chidera, good evening, you're welcome. Sipa, good evening, you're welcome. Taiwo said, I rested throughout the day. No unnecessary outing. Health is wealth. Ha. Somehow I want to be like you. I want to be like you. Well, that's an amazing one. That's an amazing one. Well done, Taiwo. God's power. Omoda Gary. I don't know about that. Jagada said, good evening. My day was great. I always try to enjoy myself, even though the stress is there. At least you get to enjoy yourself. I'm so sorry about the stress, Jagede. Okay, God's Papa said, I know grief for the rain. Ha, okay. Sarah, good evening. You're welcome. HWO, your day was stressful. Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, Aisha said, my day wasn't that okay. Okay, it's a Monday and your day wasn't that okay. What's wrong? What's the issue? Okay, Grace said, this is my first time. Oh, wow, you're just joining the class for the first time. Anyways, you're welcome, Grace. You're welcome. I'll say the Gary story touched you, ha. Okay, looks like the story is touching everybody. Jonathan said, good evening. How can I be in position to know whether my name is among the people who have submitted their project successfully? Because I have not seen the list moving in Telegram. Thank you. Okay, and what project are you talking about? What list are you talking about? Are you talking about the qualification test during the induction ceremony? Okay, Juliana, your day was normal. Okay, that's good to hear. And sure, I've been with you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please try to cover yourself up and take a very warm tea, if possible, hot tea. Take it because you really need it. Okay, Salaudin, good evening. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, Samuel. Got okay, Samuel. Anyways, happy new week to everybody. Happy new week to everybody. I can see that we are starting the week with a great energy, irrespective of how our day went. I'm glad to hear that we are feeling 100% ready for the class, and it gladdens my heart. Actually, I was not really in a so great mood, but speaking to us now, I don't know if you can feel the excitement in my voice, and I'm on 100 now. Thank you so very much. Okay, so if you're just joining the live, please make sure you subscribe and make sure you keep liking the live. Make sure you keep liking the live. It is very, very important. And yes, before we start the class, I noticed most of us have been running late to class, and I know it's because we have the recorded video to fall back to. So let me ask us about the recorded video. How has it been? How has the recorded video been? Has it been useful to us? Like, without the recorded video, would you have gotten this far? Do you understand my question? If not for the recorded video, would we have gotten this far? You know, it's responses like this that helps us to keep going. So let me know how the recorded video has helped you in the course of this training. So drop your answers in the comments and let me know, how has the recorded video helped you in the course of the training? Has it been useful to you? So I'll be expecting our answers in the comments. And if you are just joining the live, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also keep liking the live. It is very, very important. Keep liking the live. Keep liking the live. Okay. I'm so sorry to hear that I've been sleeping since. Well, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. We love it. Okay, we love it. We love it. Okay. Please, I need a detailed one. As I said earlier, it is responses like this that helps us to keep going, because we want to serve you better. We want to do just what's best for us. So let me know how the recorded video has been, if it has been helpful to us, and if we wouldn't have gotten this far without the recorded video. So let me know in the comment section. Okay, God's Power said, I feel like a data analyst like this because of the video. Okay, that's a good one. Esther said, the recorded video is the best and it helps me a whole lot to go back and study. I love the recorded video. Thank you so much. The recorded video is there for us. You know, there might be something we missed during the course of the class. It might be we quickly had to deal with something urgent, or network just threw us out of the class. So that's a good one. HWO said the recorded videos has been so helpful, to be honest. Okay, thank you so very much. That's a good one. Daniela said the recorded video has been helpful. It's easier to learn at one's pace with it. Exactly, exactly. You can pause whenever you want to, play whenever you want to. So it's just at your pace. Okay. Olajide said the recorded video has been useful in catching up and establishing the mantra of no man down. I love the fact that you put that no man down in caps lock. Okay, thank you so much, Olajide. Esther David said it has been really helpful. Okay. Um, Anthony said without the recorded videos, I wouldn't have been able to come this far. I am usually in bus from work during the live sessions. Okay, okay, that's a wonderful one. So I guess whenever you get back home, you just fall back to the recorded videos, right? Okay. Um, Joshua said the videos have been helpful. Okay. Ikechuku said the videos have been very wonderful. Excellent approach to a meaningful impact. I have gained a lot from it. All right, that's beautiful. Odoji said my assignment projects are done in the middle of the night, thanks to the downloaded videos. Okay, operation no man down is really real. Okay, thank you so much. Someone said the recorded video has been a lifesaver, gives me something to chew on after the class ends. Okay. And Yana said the recorded video has been really helpful because I can easily go back and study every minute I miss a step whenever I am practicing. Okay. Chidima, good evening. You're welcome. Obang said, though I always join the class enough, the recorded video is really assisting me to do my projects. I like the idea. Okay, yes. I was just going to say that even if you attend the class, the recorded video is supposed to be something that you fall back to in case you just go through the class again instead of asking the tutor to just explain himself again. The recorded video is just there for you to go back to. Okay, Debbie said, I love how teacher Favor Francis teaches. He's so gentle and a good teacher. Okay, thank you so much for that. Ezekiel said, honestly, the recorded video has been helpful. It has helped me learn a lot at my own pace and also go back to get more Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, Ezekiel, for that. If you're just joining the live, please make sure you keep liking the live because we are going to start the class real soon. So make sure you keep liking the live. Make sure you keep liking the live. And also, a video was dropped before the class started. The video was dropped before the class started. Please download Power BI if you haven't. Download Power BI if you haven't. Download Power BI if you haven't. We are going to use it during the class today. So if you haven't downloaded it, please download it before the class starts. Please download it before the class starts. And also keep liking the live. We are starting the class now. So keep liking the live because you don't want to get disconnected during the course of the class. You don't want to get disconnected. So yes, thank you so much for the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful review, the wonderful, wonderful, amazing feedback. We really, really do appreciate it. You are appreciated. Thank you so much, everybody. So we're starting the class now. If you are ready for today's class is going to be an amazing one. It's going to be a wonderful one. So I'll just ask us to drop no man down in the comment section if you are ready for today's class, because today's class is going to be mind blowing. Can I get no man down in the comment section? No man down. And as usual, make sure your fully charged laptop is with you, your 100% concentration, zero distraction, a glass of water or a glass of juice. And if it is Gary you have with you, just make sure something to munch on is just right by your side because you really need it before the class starts. So yes, if you've not downloaded Power BI, make sure you download it now because the class is starting real soon. So if you're ready for today's class, can I get no man down in the comment section? No man down, no man down, no man down. Okay, our energy is higher than my own. I can see no man down here in the comment section. So now I'm going to hand over my mic to the tutor for today. Our tutor for today, we are 100% ready for you. So are you ready for us today, sir, Mr. Marvelous? Are you ready for us today?
100%. In fact, 1000%. If you can hear my voice, you know I will do it, right? I can, I will, and I must. That's the energy with the ID innovator. We want you to know that you can, you will, and you must. So I want to see the energy in the comment section. I want to see you type that. I can, I will, and I must. No man down, surely. And definitely we can, we will, and we must. Can I have that in the comment section, please? I want a lot of that because no man down, and definitely all of us, we can, we will, and we must. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Rebecca said, Mr. Marvelous, you're welcome. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad to be with you guys tonight as we take our journey into Power BI. But I want to see the energy in the comment section first and foremost. All right, don't mind the change in the voice. You were listening to a sweet, melodious, angelic voice before, but then a man just came and started talking. But we enjoy ourselves tonight to get together. All right, amazing, 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 amazing. Okay, somebody's passing granite somewhere. Please pass it to this side to let us off chew on granite, right? All right, thank you so much. Oh, I can see the energy. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. And like Miss Ella just said, you want to join the meeting and you want to like the live session on YouTube. You want to subscribe as well. Please subscribe and also engage with the likes on the live. All right, so the instruction that came ahead of us is for us to install Power BI. So I'm going to spare us like maybe 2 more minutes for us to get onto Power BI. You can go to the Microsoft Store, all right, Microsoft Store on your laptop. In Microsoft Store, search for Power BI Desktop. Click on the Get button or Download button and wait for it to install. Power BI is as easy as that to install. It's basically how you install applications on your mobile devices as well. So take the next 2 minutes to do that. While would get ourselves familiar with the concept of Power BI. We'll do a little theoretical aspect. And like somebody said when we started the meeting, that monster you've been running away from, today is the day you will conquer it. Can I have that in the comment section? I will conquer Power BI, right? I think we need we need that motivation enough. I will conquer Power BI. So if you think it's it's a monster, I'm telling you tonight that you're going to get the sword, you're going to get the equipment, the weapon, all right, the weapon to conquer Power BI. And I'm still waiting for the granite to reach my side, guys. Who is passing the granite? All right, all right, all right. All right, I'm going to conquer Power BI. That's the word. So please install Power BI because everything we're going to do tonight is going to be powerful. We're going to design amazing dashboard. We're going to learn all the basics, all we need to get ourselves on a good foundation. Right, we're going to learn it together. Yes, 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 yes. Nice. All right. Let me share one or two screens with us just to, get our foundation equipped together so we know what is going on the back end of every visual we begin to see in Power BI as we move on. But I'm imploring you again to go to the Microsoft Store and install the Power BI. My name is Marvelous Alavi, and this is ID Innovate Data School, where learning is the foundation to innovation, where you can, where you will, where you must. All right. Nice. So let's get started. We're going to go over the introduction to Power BI. Introduction to Power BI. Introduction to Power BI. All right. So let's talk about Power BI in itself. Let's even see if anybody had gone ahead to make any research before the class started. What do you think the BI stands for? So it is not called Power BI. All right. I've heard people call it Power BI. It's not called Power Pi. It's not Pi. The BI stands for something. And I want to see the people that have made one little effort, to know what that BI stands for. So I'm checking the comment section to see what the Power BI stands for. So who's coming for us? Yes, focus is paramount. All right. Please ensure devices are powered. All right. Ensure they are charged, they are powered. Ensure your internet is checked. If you need to get a backup network, go and get a backup network at this point in time. And if you are aware there is distraction, tell the people beside you to shift. Tell them to give you the next few hours to learn Power BI. You want to conquer that monster tonight. Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. Wow, wonderful. So you guys got to right business intelligence, business intelligence. And I think you going ahead, right, to know what the business intelligence part of Power BI means is a step to you conquering that monster called Power BI. The business intelligence is just to show you how powerful or how potent the Power BI tool can be. Literally, you can use the Power BI tool to do end-to-end data analytics from the very beginning of your analytics journey to the very end of presenting your analytics journey. The Power BI tool can handle the matter. It can handle the matter. That's why Power BI is a powerful tool from its own name. It's a powerful tool. It's a business intelligent tool. It is very, very intelligent. So one of the key aspects or usage of the Power BI tool is that it can be used for data visualization. Power BI is so powerful that it can help you throughout your entire data analytics journey, from you loading your data set to you preparing what we call data cleaning, right? What we call data preparation, what we call data transformation or wrangling, as it were. Power BI can help you do that with the tool called Power Editor. Then you can move on, all right, to start analyzing your data, start seeing visuals and getting insight, and also go on to report, which makes it an end-to-end tool. So that's why it is intelligent. But then the aspect we are comparing of the Power BI tool is the visualization prowess of Power BI. And Power BI can allow you to do data visualization. Data visualization. Mind you, data visualization is the cool part of our job as data analysts. I'm saying literally. Every other thing you do in the data analysis journey, they are dirty work. They are dirty work. Nobody wants to see the dirty work. People want to see the clean work. They want to see the nice work. They don't want to see numbers, right? Like they don't want to see the Excel sheets or the formulas you've been writing, right? Sometimes they don't even want to see the pivot tables, right? What they are looking for is that nice graph, that nice line chart, that line donut chart, that nice, beautiful colors that can speak to their appeal. And that's why we're learning Power BI tonight, so that we can appeal to the people that needs to, to get it done. Now, to some questions in the comment section. Number one, you don't need to sign in with your Gmail account to Power BI. Power BI is very free, very easy to use. You don't need to sign in into Power BI to use it. Once you download the app, you can start using it without bothering at all. You don't need to sign up. You don't need to give them your email address. You don't need to create anything. Just open Power BI and start using it, right? Just open Power BI and start using it. Just open the app and then you can start using it. Right. So when I say data visualization, literally saying your bosses, the people you work for, the clients that will give you job, right? They don't want to go through the nitty-gritty of what is this number for? What is the text for? How do I clean my data? Why is the Excel sheet so big, so long, blah, blah, blah. They are not interested. They want to see visuals. They want to see graphs. They want to see pictures. They want to see nice stuff. And that's data visualization for you. So data visualization is the graphical representation of information. Graphical representation of information, what you can see, how you can better see something that can quickly trigger your senses to know what is going on. So when you represent your numbers, when you represent your figures with graphs, with pictures, with colors, people can understand it better. All right. That's why we have graphic designers. That's why we have posters on billboard. That's why we have TVs. People can learn or quickly understand what is in pictures or visuals than them saying no, right? So we use that visual to identify trends. We use such visuals to identify patterns. We use such visuals to identify insights. And that's our job in this case scenario. We're learning Power BI to do data visualization. Can I have that in the comment section? Power BI for data visualization. Power BI for data visualization. I need that in the comment section, please. Power BI for data visualization. Power BI for data visualization. Power BI for data visualization. See, I wanted to take a break so I can come and eat granite. But somebody said the granite has finished. Should we end the call? Why would you finish the granite when I've not eaten granite yet? All right. Seems you guys are ready for me. Power BI for data visualization. I can see a lot of that. Let it keep coming. And while you're just joining us, I want you to subscribe and I want you to like the live. Like it. Engage the live call right now. Engage on YouTube. All right. So let's move on. Why do we need visuals? We want to use visuals, pictures, graphs, colors. We want to use them to enhance data understanding. It's easier for me to comprehend colors and graphs, charts, more than I can understand numbers and text. Then graphs too or visuals, they support decision making. Quickly, I can make up my mind. If I see an upward trend, I can know what I need to do. If I see a downward trend, then I know I need to make some few corrections to the way I've been working. So you see an arrow going up, then you follow the trend. You see an arrow coming down, then you need to know that I want to correct that concern. So visuals or data visualization definitely help us to understand better, help us to support decision making. It helps us to also communicate complex data clearly. So what are the best practices that come in play when you're talking about data visualization? The purpose needs to be clearly known. The purpose is to present data in a clear and intuitive way, right? If my goal is to present the data in a clear and intuitive way, I know data visualization is what I need to go for, all right? And then if I need to review insight and pattern, I also want to go for data visualization. So this is why the purpose needs to be known first and foremost. Like Dr. Miles Moreau will say, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So that it will be, we want to be sure that we don't make abuse or abuse colors or abuse charts or abuse graphs. We want to know the purpose. The purpose is to present data in number one, a clear, and number two, intuitive manner. So what are the type of visuals that we can use? We can use charts, we can use graphs, we can use maps, we can use tables. In fact, you can go on ahead, right, and use and then use what we call cards, just figures or numbers. They are also visuals. The goal here is to be able to communicate your findings properly. So you can use whatever means that help you do that in the long run. Um, okay. So we also want to see the best practices. Just as according as we know the purpose, we want to know the practices are what? Clarity. All right, so we can also see the best practices in play here. Clarity, simplicity, relevance, and accuracy. Once you know the purpose of your dashboard or your data visual, you want it to be clear, you want it to be simple, you want it to be relevant, and you also want it to be accurate. So what are the tools that we can use? There for you guys. Power BI is there for you guys. In fact, Tableau is another alternative that you can go for. For tonight, we are going for Power BI. Can I have fire emoji in the comment section just so you know that Power BI is the choice? That means it's the best. In our case scenario right now, we're using the best. We're offering you the best. So we're offering you Power BI as the best in this case scenario. All right. Amazing. Oh yeah, the Zoom. The Zoom should have been sorted now. Nice, nice, nice. All right. So let's move on. So now we've understand why data visualization is useful. Now we see the need for Power BI. We want to make sure our visuals, right, they are able to communicate. They are they are communicated clearly enough, all right? They are communicated easily enough. They are what relevant enough, and they are accurate. The best practices in this case scenario is what I'm saying. And then we chose Power BI to get it done for us. Moving on, the best practice you want to consider, you want to choose the right type of visual, you want to use text and label clearly. All these things seems like, oh, we're just talking. Don't worry, calm down, calm down, calm down. And I believe anybody who is on call and has not downloaded the Power BI tool is at this point gone to the Microsoft Store, search for Power BI desktop, and has installed it right now. I want to believe you all have Power BI already. When we're done with all our cho, we'll do the pa. That's the practical. All right. So you want to learn about the best practices. These are going to be helpful for you in your journey. I mean, basically, if you want to do data visualization, you want to hold these rules. Like the same way we have like the 10 commandments in the Bible, for example. All right. You want to hold these practices as like the 10 commandments. If you fail one of them, you failed all the commandments in the case scenario. So you want to firstly choose the right visuals to communicate your data. You want to choose the right visual. You want to choose the right visual. It's very important that you choose the right visual to communicate your insight. If the visual is wrong, right, then everything you want to say is definitely wrong. Imagine you want to like do election now and they want to like report the result of election. Instead of them using numbers or bar chart to show the number one or the person that is going to win the election, imagine them using circle. You'll be like, are we not meant to just show that this is the winner and this is not the winner? Why are you just showing us 10 circles and 5 circles? That's not communicating the best insight. So you want to choose the right type of visual, right? And when I mean visual, I'm talking about shapes like this. I'm talking about bar charts. I'm talking about line charts. I'm talking about circles. You know those days when they used to teach us in mathematics, and then we run away from class. You go and like cut mango off the tree, or go and buy granules those days. They used to teach us these things then. Right, so these are what we call charts, right? So you want to choose the right chart to communicate the right insight. That's the first commandment of data visualization. The second that follow closely is that you want to use text and label to clarify. And what do I mean by text and label to clarify? You see the charts you see on my screen? You want to have labels in the bottom side, for example. You want to have numbers by the side, 14, 12, 10, etc. by the side. But you want to make sure those numbers and those texts are not covering your visual. They are not disturbing your visual. They are not hiding the information that you need to communicate. So you're using those numbers or those texts, you're using them to explain further what I'm saying. So I know that this first item is item C. I know that the second item is item D, right? I know the third item in itself is item B. So I'm able to see what bar represents what information, but I did not use those texts to cover the information off away completely. That's what we mean by you using text and labels to clarify and not cluster. Then the next rule that follow, or the next commandment, is that you want to use color to highlight important information. We don't want to do, what do you to call it? Color riot. Yeah. It is not about color riot. Your visuals doesn't have to be color riot. Your visuals are not meant to be color riot, right? They're meant to, you know, specify or highlight what important information you're communicating. The way they used to do it for you, if you see a graphic design now, you will see 30% promo. They will make that 30% promo in color red and it will be very big, right? They'll make it 30% in color red and very big. The idea is that it will get your attention and then you will know that they are doing promo. If that is true, can you drop a thumbs up in the comment section? You've seen a design like that before, or an ads on YouTube or Spotify, whatever you see the ads on. They did promo. The promo will be color red, very big and in color red. The gist is that they want you to know that there's a promo going on and the promo is also percentage. So they will use a color red and a very big icon to show you that. If you have seen something like that before, an emoji in the comment section or a thumbs up. Okay, some people's Power BI are still downloading. Hopefully, by the time we start the practical, it will have downloaded completely. So you get the gist of you using color to highlight important information, to differentiate or to compare, right? Another thing is that you want to avoid misleading visualization. What do I mean by misleading visualization? Imagine you talking about election again. I want to use election often, right? The winner is number one. The number two is the second runner or first runner up. The number three is the second runner up. Then instead of using like a bar chart to show that the highest bar, right, the highest bar is the winner. All right. Instead of using a bar chart to say the highest bar is the winner, imagine you using what? Using a line chart to show the winner. The people will be like, I don't understand what's going on. So imagine me using a bar chart, this one in orange, and a line chart, the one in green on my screen right now. And I'm not telling you that the person that is highest, right, is the winner of the election. In the bar chart, it is easy for you to know that the bar that is tall, that means the vertical pole that is the tallest, is the winner. Compared to you using a line chart, this line in green, this dotted line in green, there's a point where it went up and then it came down again. It went up again and came down again. I will ask you a question. I beg, who win this election? But if you see the bar chart, you can know automatically without me telling you any story that the vertical bar that is tallest is the winner. So we are saying basically don't use misleading visuals. Don't let your visual mislead the people that are listening to you or observing what you are saying, basically. So you want to choose the right type of visual and then you want to avoid the ones that are misleading. And the last rule that I want to consider is that you want to keep your visualization simple. Simplicity wins in many cases. In fact, simple, lolaye. If your if dashboard is simple enough, the visual is simple enough, nobody will complain about it, right? But if it is overly complex, people will criticize it, people will abuse you, people will even say you don't go to school because you don't know how to use color. It has happened before, right? You want to make your visuals as simple and simple as they can be, right? As simple as they can be. All right. So I'm going to share something right now, and this is what we are going to achieve in our experience in Power BI. I want you to like just give a number to say about this visual you see. I will show you a dashboard right now, and the dashboard I want to show you, all you have to just do is good or bad. Just two options. If it is bad, just drop bad. Be honest. If it is good, you think it's good, you think it's nice, you think it's chill, drop good in the comment section. So this is the dashboard. And I want your honest comment on this. This is just just a one dashboard out there. If this dashboard is simple and you like it, all right, it's just appeal to you. Drop good in the comment section. If you hate this dashboard or you like, what is this? It's just not fine at all. I don't really like fancy. This is not nice. Drop a bad in the comment section. So I only want two options in the comment section, either good or bad. Either good or bad. And if you're just joining us or you are already on call, please and please and please, I want you to like this live session and I want you to subscribe as well. You can click on the like button or you can just subscribe to the page. Oh, wonderful. Oh, nice. I'm seeing a lot of good. Some people even went on and said great. Okay. Somebody said bad. Somebody said bad. No problem. Okay. Somebody said good. Good again. I see great. I see great. All right. Nice. Nice. Okay. Good. Someone said good again. Another good. People are liking the comments already. Nice. All right. So what I just showed you is what you guys are going to build in your first class together this night. I mean, practically, this is going to be your dashboard in just a few minutes of time, just to show you that you guys can actually defeat this monster called Power BI. It doesn't take time. It doesn't take effort. You are in ID Innovate Data School, where learning is foundation to innovation. We'll show you the ABC technique, right, of getting this done. For a start, in my own opinion, I don't think this is bad, right? If it's a start, this is your first dashboard, for example, Power BI, this is your first experience in Power BI, going over the ABC technique. I think you can get this done in just a few minutes of time. Now imagine your first dashboard is like this. What will be your second dashboard look like? What will your third dashboard look like? What will your fourth dashboard look like? What will be your, in the next few weeks, in the next few months, how will your dashboard look like from here on? So the ABC technique is coming up, and then we're going to design this together with the ABC technique tonight. If you're happy to hear that, you know what to do, right? You can send the emojis. You can send the emojis in the comment section. You can just send your excitement in the comment section as well. All right, so let's go back to our discussions, and that will be back to Power BI. The BI we've learned means business intelligence. All right, business intelligence, business intelligence. I would say Power BI is a business analytic tool by Microsoft that provides us interactive visualizations. All right, it gives us access to intelligence capabilities. Good. So we get to see that Power BI offers us a lot. And one of the things that it offers us is the visualization aspect that we're going to get to do tonight together. All right, you want to see the features of Power BI, data modeling is an aspect of it, interactive reports an aspect of it, building dashboard is an aspect of Power BI. All right, so the Power BI interface has 3 or 4 major components. Right, we have the report view, where we can design and visualize reports. For example, the dashboard you just showing in a moment of time will be seen right on the report view. And again, we have what we call the data view, where you can see your data we're working with in tabular form. Imagine you having Excel, all right, Excel embedded in Power BI. So you can see your data in an Excel form that you can actually manage and do whatever you need to do with it. That's the data view for you. Then we have the model view, where you can design relationship between your tables. I mean, if you have to work with like 2, 3, 4, 5 tables, you need to find a way to make sure they are related or they can work hand in hand. We have the model view to help you do that connection. And then you can have the navigation pane, where you can move from menu bar to the file menu to the insert menu to the data menu and etc. menu that we have in the Power BI visualization. The Power BI screen looks like this, right? You get the file menu, the home menu, right? You have the model view, the insert view, the external tools, the table tools. And then you have so many options and chances to work with on the home menu. You have the get data, where you can connect your Power BI to any data source. Is it Excel? Is it CSV? Is it TXT? Is it from online sources? Is it from a database? Whatever the source is, Power BI has a way for you to connect to that. Right? Then we have, the views I just mentioned about the interface overview, the report view, the data view, the model view, the navigation too. All of them same here. We have the filter pane, the visualization pane, the data pane. We're going to see it on our own screen. If you have downloaded Power BI, this is a good time for you to boot it up. Open the app, let it open before we start the project. So it's time for practicals. I think we've done so much cho. Let's see what we can do with our own hands. I mean, let's take the ABC technique to let you also do something in Power BI tonight. The first thing you want to do is that you need to load data into Power BI. All right, you need to load data into Power BI. And what do I mean by loading data to Power BI? I basically mean you want to connect to a data source. Data source means, where's your data? My data is in Excel form. My data is online. My data is maybe the file that was sent to us in the previous classes. Because tonight we're going to be using what you guys already had in your own opinion. We had the IDinnovate call data file, the IDinnovate store data file. I'm going to share you what it looks like so that we can, be on the same page. Please take your time, go and look for this file that was shared to you at the earlier period of these classes. we had a file called the iDinnovate call data file. In that data set, we had name, we had group, we had region, we had gender, we had, your data analysis grade, we had the UI UX grade, we had the AI literacy grade, we have the marketing grade, and then we were able to learn one or two things regarding calculating the total grade, right? Calculating the total grade percentage, the minimum grade, and the maximum grade. So please go and find this file wherever you downloaded it, wherever you worked on it to, go and download that file. And I believe if you did your good job, you did your assignments, you followed your tutor and instructor give it to you, you would have something similar to this by the end of the day, right? You have a data set that has values in this option. You have total grade percentage, minimum grade, and the maximum grade. You would have something like this at the end of the day if you follow through the class properly. The names column, the groups column, the region, the gender, all right? Do you have a PC question? All right, the grades you got for each of these values, and then your minimum and maximum grade by calculation. So you want to find that file, right? Please find it wherever you saved it. Is it in download? All right, is it in download? Is it in your home or desktop, or you put some document? Wherever you save that file to, you want to please go and find that file again. You want to go and find that file again. So we said loading data into Power BI means you are connecting to a data source, you are importing data, and then you are transforming that data. So it could be anything from connecting to a data source. Excel file is a data source. CSV file is a data source, right? Or you just import from any other sources that it's available. And then we have data transformation as the option of you preparing your data for usage. So we're going to learn how to load data into Power BI. And tonight also, we're going to learn how to use the Power BI chart to create a dashboard together. So the Power BI chart refers to the bar charts, the column charts, the line charts, the pie charts. We've seen examples of them just like this. All right, so these are the examples of charts. We're going to see how to use them in Power BI. And by the end of the class tonight, you should have a dashboard, or at least you have a few charts that you want to show to the world that you are learning to do in Power BI. It doesn't take that much time because I'm going to take you through the ABC technique. ABC technique. You can't miss out. You can't, no man behind, no man will be left behind, no man down. All right. So what's a dashboard? A dashboard is a visual representation of key metrics and data points displayed on a single screen on interface. Basically say, if you see something, all right, you see one single visual that once you look at it, you have multiple charts in it, multiple numbers in it. And all those numbers are communicating something to you. They're communicating a metric to you. It could be a business metric. It could be a report. It could be a financial number. It could be anything that is to help you know what is going on with your data, right? That's what we call a dashboard. A dashboard. Now, let's see what we can do with Power BI. And this is time for you guys to open up the Power BI at this moment. If you click on your Power BI and the app is open, you should have a visual that looks like mine and a comment in my own screen right now. Once your Power BI is open, I want you to come to the comment section and just type open. O-P-E-N. Open. O-P-E-N. Open. So I want you guys to, like, if you have a drink with you there, you have a cup of water or a cup of juice, you have granules beside you. It's time to take a sip or eat a few number of grains or granules at this moment in time. While we wait for others to also open, right, their Power BI this time. So I'm waiting for you in the comment section. Just type OPEN. Your Power BI is already open. The Power BI can be downloaded from the Microsoft Store. Go to Microsoft Store, search for Power BI Desktop, and install the Power BI tool. A video has already been sent ahead of this class for you to, know how to install Power BI to your own devices. Okay, somebody said not open. We're waiting for you. It is you that we're waiting for. Somebody said curiosity wants to kill me. Don't worry, you can do this. Okay, so please check the comment section. The link to download the data set has been shared to you, and you follow through with the examples given to you over time. I believe all of you can also know how to populate those values. One of the questions is to calculate total grade. You want to calculate total grade. Add up using a formal function to add up all the grades, and you have a total grade. You want to know the percentage, you know, calculate percentage that has been taught to you in class before. Add everything up, divided by the total, and then you get the percentage value. Then you also learn the minimum and the maximum grade as well. All right, so let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. So I wait for people that said not open. Please open your Power BI. Once you've opened it, type OPEN in the comment section. Let's see you that you've opened the Power BI. Okay. So who are the ones who are waiting for? Who are the ones who are waiting for? So who are the ones who are waiting for, please? So if you install Power BI, your screen should look somewhat like mine. No practice yet, nothing, blank report, something just to show that the Power BI app has been installed. Maybe or maybe you don't have anything that you've done before, no problem. But I want to ensure that Power BI is open because we need to get started in no time. So the data set is what you've been shared with before. The name is Idinovate Core Data File. In the comment section, a link has been shared so that you can all download that file. The link has been shared so you can download that file. All right. And I want to believe if you are now a proven data analyst, for you to populate that data should not be a challenge or a concern at all. All right. It should not be a concern or a challenge at all. Data set that we're going to be using to design our dashboard tonight, or rather to practice data visualization tonight, is this one. It's called Idinovate Call Data File. Idinovate Scores Data File. Idinovate Scores Data File. It has a name column, right? It has a group column. It has a region column. That's a gender column. It has a question that says, do you have a PC column? That's another one that says data analysis grade. It has another one that says UI UX design grade. Another one that says AI literacy grade. And the last one that says data marketing grade. And then we have 4 columns we're meant to calculate. The total grade, for example, you could easily do that with a function equals to sum, right? And you're able to know what the total grade is by adding up all the previous 4 sums, the previous 4 values that you have. So the person got 295 as total grade in this case scenario. You can also calculate the total grade in percent, the minimum and the maximum grade. I believe you guys have done this if you are definitely following through the course of the training together. So please find this file. It has been shared with you. You've worked on it. All of you have practiced this file before. I want you to find this file right at this moment. And if you don't have it, check the comment section. The link to download it has been sent to you all to use. So back to Power BI. Okay, so I think I have a lot of open already. So many people here on call has already opened the Power BI. So I think we can, we can get on with it. All right, so let's see what we can quickly do at the moment. All right, so this is the time BI. You have an interface like mine, a white plain Canva like this that you want to, you want to get yourself involved with. The first thing you want to do is just get yourself familiar with the interface. Like every other Microsoft tool you have worked with, there's always a home menu, there's always open, there's always save, there's always save as, there's always import and export. Almost every Microsoft tool you work with are transferable. If you know how to use Excel, using Word will not be that difficult. If you know how to use PowerPoint, right, using other Microsoft tools will not be that difficult. In the same vein, for this one tonight, what we are looking for is this option that says blank report, the blank report, the blank report, right, the blank report. So the option that says the blank report, and I'm going to click on blank report right now. The moment I click on blank report, a new window pops up on my screen. Practically, Microsoft's Power BI now opens up a new window for me. It is saying, are you ready? I said, I am ready. So let's get ready to do something tonight in no time. So welcome to Power BI. Welcome to the interface of Power BI. Welcome to where all the magic happen, where all the power, or rather, where all the designs are being made, where kings make designs for fellow kings to interpret and work together with. So again, all I did was to come to the file menu, and at the file menu, I clicked on blank report, blank report, blank report. I click on blank report. And once I click on blank report, this new window pops up for me to use. In this new window, I'm going to take you through the journey of what we have here. First and foremost, by the top banner where we call menu bar, we have the home menu, the file menu first and foremost. That's where you can open and close your files. We have the home menu to follow. In the home menu, we have the option that says get data, right? We have the option that says Excel workbook. We have the option that says one link catalog, SQL server, enter data, so many for you to work with, right? Then we'll move on to have the option that says recent sources, transform data, new visual, so many things to work with. We're going to see how many of them we can touch in the moment of our class tonight. Then going to the second option in menu bar, we have the insert menu. The insert menu avails us almost what all insert menu avails us. We have shapes, right? We can bring in shapes. We have buttons. We have the text box. The text box, we have the image option. So if I want to bring an image into my dashboard, I can do that using the image option. We have the new visuals, the more visuals, the key influencers, so many things to insert. Then the modeling view comes in where you can manage your tables. I told you guys the other time that you can see your data set in Power BI like you have Excel inbuilt in Power BI. You can have the model view to make miracles work at that aspect. Then we have the view where you can change colors, change theme settings, all right? So you can definitely manage whatever you have in your design at the moment in time. The optimize and the help menu are also there to help us see whatever we're doing to go. But tonight, our main focus is going to be on the home menu because almost everything we need to get done can be seen and seen in the home menu. At the left side of your dashboard, or rather, at the left side of the Power BI screen, we have 5 icons there. As of early part of this year, we only have 4 icons. But due to the updates in Power BI, we now have 5 icons. The first one is called the report view. If you move your mouse there or your mouse icon, you move it to the first item at the left side of your screen, by the wall on the left side of your screen. You have the first icon there. It's called the report view. So where we are currently, where you can see all this information that says add data to your report. Once loaded, your data we are paying, data paying, etc. This is the report view. This is where the visuals come in play. All right. Then the second option that we have is a table view. Right. The moment I click on table view, right? Click on table view. The moment I do that, what I have is in an interface that will soon look like Excel. Right. Currently it's blank because there's no data set yet. But the moment you put the data set into this Power BI, you have an interface that looks like Excel. It will look like Excel. And we have the third one for model view, where you can see graphs. You can see what we call the ER diagram, right? Some few charts that can be used to represent a table, and I can show the relationship or connections between multiple tables. Then we have the DAX query, right, where you can write DAX code, basically similar to you writing SQL codes in Power BI. And then we have the XTMDL view, which is a new update. Before, this never existed in Power BI, but now they've added it. So you imagine being able to drag and drop. And then if you just like complexity, you like too much, wahala, and you want to start writing those codes by yourself, you can come to the TDML view to write the movement in your dashboard or your data practically. And basically, it also helps you to define what we call your data schema or your database structure. So you want to design your schema, you want to design your table, just with how we do it in databases, you can come to the CDML view to write your data schema there. But I'm telling you right tonight, the first page is our concern. That's the report view. The first one you come into when you open Power BI is our concern, the report view. Can you have it in the comment section? Report view. Just type report view there. Let's get started. Report view in the comment section. Can I have report view in the comment section, please? Some people say many man down. Don't worry, we'll wait for you. We don't want to have any men down. No man down. No man down. Okay, so you want to check your data, right? Check your data. You also want to check the settings on YouTube. You need to have the highest quality on, right? Just switch the highest quality of your YouTube view. You can see that much better. All right, so we got lost from the beginning of Power BI. No problem. We'll go over the beginning again. It's not a problem. Okay. So we'll start from the beginning of Power BI again, because you guys need to learn this and we all need to carry ourselves along. No man down. That's the mantra. No man down. No man down. And since we're on YouTube, right? Since we're on YouTube, if you are lost at any point, you can just reverse the video a little bit and then you can catch up with us as we flow along. But I'm going to just do one more little recap on what I just explained on Power BI right now. Okay. All right, so let's see Power BI one more time. So I'm going to close the Power BI so that I can open it for you guys to see again. So I've closed my Power BI and I've opened it again. And the moment I open my Power BI, what do I see? I see this interface. The interface will show me the home, open, save as, share, get data, import, export by the left side of my screen. This is basically just the opening verse of your application. There's nothing special here. Just once you open Power BI, you will see an interface that looks like this. Now, the moment you start creating your dashboard and your visuals, you can now start seeing so many options at the recent part of your dashboard. I mean, of your interface. The lower part of the screen will now be showing you the last work you worked on yesterday, the one you worked on last week, the one you worked on today will now be showing them once you save them. But since there's nothing to work on yet, it's going to be blank and empty like mine. What we are now looking for is what we call the blank report, basically under new. All right, basically under new. Once you open up Power BI will recommend some few things for you. Power BI will also say new. So what are you looking for? It's that new. Under new, you will see the blank report. You want to click on the blank report. And the moment you click on the blank report, Power BI will take you to a new interface that looks like this. Just a blank white banner, what we call a Canva. There's nothing there yet, but we want to put some few things there tonight by ourselves, right? So what I did after that was just to tell you and explain to you what we call the Power BI interface. You have the menu pane on the top part, the home menu, the insert menu, the modeling view, the option optimize and help. And at the left side of your screen, you have what we call views. The first one is the report view. The ones that follow after is the table view. The one that follow next is the model view. And then we have the DAX view, DAX view, and we have the TMDL view. If you put your mouse over them, you can see their names. And if you click on them, you can see what they represent. So for the report view, this is where the main job will be done tonight, as we want to know, connect to our data source, which is that Excel file that we're working with. And then after we're able to bring that Excel file into Power BI, we will turn it into a wonderful dashboard in no time. That's the job. That's the goal. That's where every man is going, so that there will be no man down. I don't want any man down at all. No man down, literally. No man down. No man down. All right, so let's see what we can do. So the first thing you want to do, like I've been saying, is that you want to make sure that your Excel file, you know where you saved it at. That file is going to be very useful for us in our journey tonight. The file has been given to all of us so that we can see what it looks like. And if you did the normal thing that was requested from you, either your classwork and your assignments, you would have done those columns that were empty. You have the total grade, you would have calculated it. You have the total grade percentage, you would have calculated it. You have the minimum grade, you would have gotten the answers. You have the maximum grade, you would have gotten the answers for those ones as well. Data sets at the end run should look somewhat like mine that I'll be sharing right now on my screen. Your Excel file should look somewhat like this at this moment in time. All right, so you have the names, the group, the region, the gender, right? You have the gender, you have a PC question, you have all these options, the scores, that's the data analysis grade, the UI UX grade, the AI literacy grade, and digital marketing grade. And then we were to calculate total grade, we were to calculate total grade in percentage, we were to calculate the minimum grade and then the maximum grade as it were. So I'm going to bring this into Power BI now. And how do I do that? What I will do is to open my Power BI again. Once I open my Power BI, let me go back to my Power BI. So once I open my Power BI, on my Power BI screen, you will see add data to report. It's obviously there. The moment you've opened and followed me step by step, all right, you were already at an empty space. You clicked on blank report. This is the next thing you see. All right, this is the next thing you see. In case you are lost or you could not see the screen, just come back to the left part of your screen, the left part, like the wall part. You will see 5 icons there. Click on the first one, the one that looks like a bar chart, right? Those things we used to plot in physics class those days or in mathematics. They will tell you to go and buy a graph book, and then you will say you avoided parallax error. You that did not avoid any parallax error, but then we'll forgive you, Sha. We'll forgive you. So you want to click on that whole first one that says the report view. And that's what will be. On the report view, you see the option that says add data to reports. Once loaded, your data will appear in data pane. Number 1, import data from Excel. Number 2, import data from SQL. Number 3, paste data into a blank table. Number 4, use sample data. All right. So the one we're working up in this case scenario is the Excel, because it asks us to do what? Import data from Excel. Import data from Excel. So we're importing data, right, from Excel. We're importing data right now from Excel. So I want you to do what? Use your mouse, right, from the wherever your mouse is on your laptop right now, on your computer. Move your mouse and go and click on the option that says import data from Excel. You want to import data from Excel. You want to import data from Excel. Click on that option that is green. That green option you see on my own screen, it's on your own screen too. You will see the Excel icon there. It's on your own screen too. Import data from Excel. So use your mouse and click on it. The moment you click on it, it will open up your Explorer for you. That's what we call the Microsoft Explorer. That's where you see your folder, your file, your video, your picture, your movies, your, everything you save on your laptop is always seen in the File Explorer. So let me do that one more time. Once you have your interface opened, Power BI interface open, you click on blank report, you started working. You will see an option on your screen that says import data from Excel. And let's say, for example, my data set is not Excel. Maybe it is CSV. Maybe it's a database. Maybe it is like TXT. The journey still remains the same. Under your own menu, you will see the option that says get data. And if you click on get data, you can see all the options later for you. Excel workbook, right? Power BI semantic model, data flows, data vars, whatever format your data set was given to you, as presented to you, you can present it back to the people that need the result. So I'm going to click on the Excel workbook, which is what we're working on right now. Once I click on the Excel workbook, the Explorer opens up for me. Now the journey now begins. I need to go to where my data set is. All right. So if your own is in download, go to download. If your own is on desktop, go to desktop. If your own is in music, go to music. If your own is inside videos, go to videos. If your own is inside any folder, go to that folder that your data set is in. My own is inside desktop, and inside desktop is inside C4 elementary folder. I'm going to open that folder and I'm going to click on the file. Basically, what I'm asking you to do is that Excel file that you saw, where did you save it? Wherever you saved it to is where you want to open it from. If it's inside download, just go and open it from download. If it's inside desktop, go and find it in desktop. If it's inside your document folder, go and bring it there for yourself. And I'm going to click on open. All right, and open. So let me do it one more time before we continue. The first thing you want to do is click on the import Excel from Excel. That's your step A, right? After you open up your Power BI, step A is to what? Import data from Excel. Step B is to go and look for that data set wherever it is. Step C is to pick that data set by clicking on it. And then step D is simple as to say, click on open. Click on open. The moment I click on open, Power BI now start doing its magic. The first thing to do is to what? To connect to your database. Now, this is one thing I like about I like about Excel, right? And I like about Power BI. The fact that whatever I'm working with, or rather, whatever Excel file I'm working with, Power BI does not modify my Excel file. I mean, it does not disrupt it, does not affect it. What Power BI does is to create a copy or an image on my Excel file. So it will not edit the file inside Excel. It will only make a duplicate of it, a mirror copy of it. You know what we call a mirror now? If you put a mirror in front of you, you'll be seeing yourself, right? But the one inside the mirror is not you. You are still you. The one inside the mirror is just a clone, a copy of yourself. If you raise your hand up, that one in the mirror will also raise its hand up. If you smile, the one in the mirror will also smile. So basically, just to say that the original is still the original. Nothing will happen to the original. But the one inside the mirror is what Power BI will be using for your file for you. I will click on import data as my step A. My step B is going to look for that data set wherever it is saved. And I will open it, that's step C. And I will let Power BI do the needful for me. Power BI will now open up a connection and then open up what we call the Navigator. If you can see the Navigator, right, that means you're on a very good path your Excel has successfully connected to your Power BI. Good part. I'm seeing the right data now that I want to work with. And how do I know completely that I'm choosing the right data? Inside Power BI, right, I can see the name of my sheet. If you have worked on those files, you can see sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, no problem. What you want to do is to put your mouse on those sheets one by one And then Power BI will now start showing you a preview. It will show you how your data set looks like. So you're able to see that, oh, is it the right data I want to work with or a wrong one? Is it the right number I'm working with or a wrong one? So at this way, you're able to know that the data set you're working on with is the right one at any point in time. Now that Navigator has opened up, you want to what? Check the box beside the table you want to work with. If you have table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4, click on table 1, look at the preview. Is table 1 the one you are looking for? If it is not, no problem. Click on table 2, check what you see in table 2. Is table 3 the one you want to work with? No problem. If table 3 is the one you want to work with, click on it, preview it, and if the content of table 3 is looking like what you definitely need for your analysis, what do? There's a box beside it. You want to tick that box. It's like you go to a bank. Inside the bank, they will give you a form with teller to fill. You will have to be very careful to tick the right things inside the bank. The same way in this navigator, you want to only check the box that has your data in it. The one for me and that one should be for you too, that you've done, should be data set. I'm going to check the box that says data set. And the moment I check that box, I can see a green rectangle or a green box at the bottom part of my navigator. That green box is called load, transform, data, and cancel. Load, transform, data, and cancel. For tonight, our job is to load, and I'm going to click on load. But before I click on load, I promised you guys the ABC technique, or rather, instead of saying promise, sorry, I assured you guys that we're going to use the ABC technique, right? And we're going to make sure no man will be left behind. So I'm going to start all over again. I will come back to my Power BI. I'll open a new Power BI file. I will click on import data from Excel, right? I will click on, I'm going to look for that data file I want to work with. The name is Innovate Scores data file. I will click on that Excel file. I will open it up. The moment I open it up, Power BI will create a connection with it. The Navigator will open up. Once Navigator open up, I can see the sheet in my Excel file. I'm going to check the one called data set, because once I click on it, I can preview it and I see that, oh, this is what I look for. It is having the names column, it is having the group column, it is having the region column, it is having the gender column, it is having the do you have a PC column. Definitely the data I'm looking for. In fact, the calculated column is showing, my grade is showing, my total grade percent is showing, minimum and maximum grade is showing. So I will check the box that is just beside it under Navigator. And when I check the box beside it, I will be able to click on load, transform data, or cancel. The one you want to click on is the green. You guys know the gist now. If you drive or you're in a vehicle, you will see 3 traffic signal. Green means go, yellow means ready, red means stop. So you want to click on go, which means go, which is red, green for go. So I'm going to click on, sorry, which is green, green for go. I'm going to click on load. And then I'll let Power BI do the needful for me. This will take about 10 seconds or 5 seconds or 20 seconds or 30 seconds, depending on your laptop capability, right? It could take longer, it could take lesser, depending on your laptop capability. Mine has connected. And how do I know mine has connected successfully for me? If I were to look at my screen, you can see build visual with data. What we used to have before is not build visual with data. What we used to have before is load data. Now that I've loaded data, I can now see it saying you can now build visuals with your data. If you are successfully on this same page, or you've successfully loaded your data into Power BI, can you come to the comment section and type done? D-O-N-E, done. D-O-N-E, done. Yeah, successfully at this point now, you can see build visuals with data. Select or drag fields from data pane onto the report canvas. That means you're on the page that we need to be tonight together. All our journey from the very beginning is to bring us to this stage. You've successfully loaded data now. Okay. For the sake of our time, we're going to be loading. We're loading this data set so we can work with directly. Now, let me take you back on a little memory lane while I'm waiting for all that I've done in the comment section. The idea behind them doing the load, right, and not transform. I need to explain that to some people in the comment section that are saying we should load, right? The idea behind this is to say we have what we call the extraction, the transforming, and the loading aspects of your data journey or data pipeline, as we call it. And the job there is to say, there's a place where my data source is stored. I want to go and fetch from that data source. And I want to bring a copy of what I fetched into Power BI. Now, if I go to the source and copy from the source, when I was copying from the source, I noticed that, oh, there's a mistake or there's an error there. I need to transform that error, or rather, I need to correct that error. I need to clean up that mistake before I now load it into Power BI. And that's where the transform option works in. So we see your data set and you see that you need to clean that data set, you will click on transform. On our case scenario, data sets we had with us was already prepared. It was clean, it was properly documented, properly columned, properly rowed. There were no duplicates, right? There were no missing value. There were no unreadable text. What we have in Excel is clean. And what we have in Excel, since it is clean, we can easily just load it into Power BI and start our work. Why? Because the data set was clean. But adding the data set had issues. Maybe there was a missing value. Maybe there was a duplicate column. Maybe it was not properly structured. Maybe instead of row and column, we have column and row, like inversion. All right. You can now transform it before you load it. But in this case scenario, we are loading. So we are loading. Right. So it seems a lot of people have been able to load it. And those people that are not loading it yet, they are still working on loading together. So they will catch up with us in no time. Don't forget, this is a live discussion, so you can definitely rewind and learn at your pace, as somebody just told us to do together. Now back to my Power BI. Now looking at me saying build visual with data mean my data has been connected successfully. I need to tell you one, guys, a good news is that whatever thing I do in Power BI now on this data, it does not affect my Excel file. But whatever I do in the Excel file and I save inside Excel file will affect the ones in Power BI. The gist is that I told you guys already, if you put a mirror before you and you stand before the mirror, the one inside the mirror is not you. The one inside the mirror is the Power BI copy. You are the original copy. The one inside the mirror is the copy. If you raise your hand up, the one in the mirror will also raise his hand up. Meaning, if I do something to the Excel file, the one inside the mirror will see the effect, right? But if the one inside the mirror, if I paint on my mirror, or maybe I draw mustache or teddy bear, or maybe I do makeup on the mirror, not myself, it will not show on me. I mean, if I draw mustache on my mirror, it will not show on me that I have mustache. Me, going physically, I do not have mustache, but my mirror version will have a mustache. Why? Because I drew the mustache on my mirror and not on myself. So be careful what you do to that Excel file now that you've created it. All right. Now back to our Power BI. If you look at your interface now, you can see build visual with desktop. What I want you guys to do for me now is to go to the extreme right of your screen. And when I say extreme right, I mean move your mouse to the right, the wall. Like you want to leave your screen like this. You just keep moving your right mouse to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, till there's no place for your mouse to go again. And we have moved your mouse to the right corner of your screen. You will see what we call data. The data. Now, under data, it's called what data pane. Under this data, you see search, and then you see the name of your table also showing there. You see search, and you see the name of your table also showing there. You see search, and you see the name of your table also showing there. My own name is called data set, and there's a small arrow just beside the name of my table. If I click on that arrow, right? If I click on that arrow, I can see all the columns on my Excel file now showing Power BI. This means I have successfully loaded my data set into Power BI. I can see AI literacy grade, data analysis grade, digital marketing grade. Do you have a laptop? Gender, group, maximum, minimum, name, region, total grade, total grade percent, UI, UX, design, grade. That's our vertical order, by the way. You can see all the columns of your table, they are now showing. You check again in Excel, you will see the table columns. You check again in Power BI, you will see the columns there. These are the columns from your Excel file. All right. And that means we are doing very well. We are on a good page, on a good aspect to go. And since we're on a good aspect to go, we can start designing our dashboard at this moment in time. If you are ready to go, type ready to go. All right, type ready to go. Ready to go, ready to go. Just type go in the comment section for me. Let's quickly get on designing one or two dashboards or one or two visuals tonight. And that will be us learning afresh, step by step. But the goal is that at the end of the class, you can boastfully say, I did this using the ABC technique. And I'm now sure I can, without fear, learn Power BI and defeat that monster for Power BI. It was funny when I heard somebody say that it's called a monster. I want to show you that you can actually win and defeat this monster tonight. All right, so let's get started. The first thing you want to do, right? Don't forget our commandment, right? Not a commandment per se, but what we call best practices. Best practices. We have an option there, the third one, I think, that says you want to use text and label to clarify and not to cluster. And one of those is called your dashboard title. You have to give your dashboard a title, a proper title that will define what you'll be seeing in the end of the day. You want to have a dashboard title, right? That will definitely define what you'll be seeing today. So if you go to your own menu, right, don't forget your data menu, your data pane, P-A-N-E, data pane is at the right side of your screen. That's where your data set is stored. All right. But under your own menu, just like every home menu in Excel, every home menu in Word, every home menu in PowerPoint, you will see the option that says text box, text box, text box, text box. How do I know it's a text box? The name is written there as text box. And in case you cannot see the name, you will see capital letter A inside the box. Inside a rectangular box or a square box, you see capital letter A standing inside. That capital letter A is a text box, and you want to click on that text box. The moment you click on that text box, right, your journey has started. A box will be shown on your screen, and inside that box, you will see your mouse or your cursor. So you can now start typing inside your cursor. Mind you, I can ask you guys to sip a cup of water or a cup of chilled juice that is beside you. And if it is granules you have beside you, munch on some granules so that we can continue together on a steady flow. All right. So what did I just did? I went on to my home menu. Under my home menu, I saw a capital letter A inside the square box, and we'll call that box a text box. Opening up my text box now, I'm able to type inside it. You will see your cursor and, you know, like that single line that you can type within there. In that line, I can ask you to increase the font size so that it will be very bold. You can increase the font size to say 28 or 32. I'm going to type 32 for my own, and I'm going to add innovate. All right, grade distribution. You can write innovate grade dashboard or innovate distribution. So I'm going to write dashboard here instead so that we can know what we are doing together. So I'm going to write innovate grade dashboard like this. Once you've written this, I don't like how it is like standing on each other. I want it to be on a straight line. How do I make it go on a straight line? Inside the box you are typing, you will see corners. You will see corner 1, corner 2, corner 3, corner 4. And then you see dashes between those corners. Your normal square have 4 corners, right? So if you click on any of those corners, you can use your mouse by dragging, right? By extending or expanding that box to suit your taste. So if I want my dashboard, I want my text box to be on a straight line, I can move my mouse to one of those corners and I move my mouse to one of those corners, for example, the one at the bottom part, I can now hold using my mouse on my trackpad, the left side of my trackpad, and I will use that one to hold it down, and I can now drag to the right. The moment I drag it to the right, I can see that my dashboard is now showing on a straight line. I mean, the text box is now showing on a straight line. You can see Innovate Grade Dashboard is now showing on a straight line. What I just did right now, I'm going to do it again from beginning. So let me remove this completely from a clean slate. I will go to my home menu. I will now pick my text box. Once I pick my text box, I can now see a box on my screen and a place for me to type inside. I will change my font size, right? From 10, I will change to 32. You can leave the font style, you can change the font style, you can bolden it, you can underline it if you want, you can italize it if you want, right? So let's say, for example, I'm bolding it right now. I will now type the name of my dashboard there. I will call it Innovate, right? Grade Dashboard. And the moment I see that these things are not actually aligning as I want them to align, I told you guys that you can see square, and in your square, you can see the corners on your square. On the corners on your square, you can move your mouse to any one of them and use those corners to adjust your text box. So I can use mine now, right? I can use mine now to drag it to the side. If I use my mouse now, I can drag it to the side. If I drag it to the side, my dashboard is now showing as a single line. I mean, the text is now showing as a single line like that. Very good for me. Now I have a dashboard type 2. What I don't have is a dashboard visual, or rather what I don't have is any chart or visual at all. Now I want to create some view visuals that will help me, get to communicate insights properly. So when you are done with this dashboard type 2, right, we just followed one of the commandments that says use text to clarify and not to cluster. That's what we just did right now. You want to click away from this, just move your mouse and click somewhere else. You can click at the bottom, at the right side, at the bottom part, anywhere. Just make sure you are clicking away from the text box. The idea is that you are not picking or working on the text box again. You want to work on something different. So click away from it. Click at the center, just once. So click at the screen, click at the bottom part, click on somewhere else other than the text box that you have written before. So if you click away from there, you can now start working on something different. The first thing we want to work on is what we call card. So let me bring up our slides again, and I will type some few things just to guide us together on the same note. So work on our card, or what we call KPI card. Just give me 1 second. So after we'll create our card, right? After creating our card, we'll work on, let's say, the donut chart. The third thing we'll do tonight is also to use either the bar charts or the column charts together. And then we'll put all these dashboards together. When we put all these visuals together, we're going to get a dashboard at the end of our class. So our card, KPI card, is going to have what? It's going to have some few important metrics. All right. Our card is going to have some few important metrics. So our card is going to have the count of how many students we are working with. So count of students. So how many students do we have in that record, in that grade system? We're also going to know how many regions in our data. I observed something in this data set, and I figured that there was one region that was not captured, right? You know the 4 cardinal regions, right? The north, the south, the west, the east. In the comment section, please check that data set very well. Which region was not captured? Who knows? You guys might get the bonus mark for what I'm asking right now. So which region was not captured in that data set? We want to know how many students we're working on, or we have their record. We want to know how many regions that we have, count of regions. We also want to know what the average, all right, let me just add AVG, average total grade is. All right, so these three things are going to go on our card visual, our count of students, the region, and the total grade. So who knows? Let's see who knows the answer. Which region, right, cannot be seen here? No man down, no. No man down. Oh, right. So I can see the data analyst in the house already. I can see data analyst in the house already. Exactly. Margaret is right. Dotun is right. Chidima right. Samuel is right too. Exactly. The South region was not recorded at all. This is how data analysts definitely begin to learn on site. You see data and then you can detect what is wrong with that data, what's missing. So you don't need to log into Power BI. You don't need to log into Power BI. Just download, open, and then you can start working on it. So let's do these three few cards: the count of students, the region, and the average grade that we have. So back to Power BI. Back to Power BI now. So go to your visualization pane, guys. Go to visualization pane. You know where we have our data pane, right? At the extreme right of our screen. At the further extreme right of our screen. The next one to that data is visualizations. Under visualization, you can see different charts. You put your mouse on them, you can see their names. The first chart you see here is the stacked bar chart. The second is the stacked column chart. The third is the clustered bar chart. The fourth is the clustered column chart. They can have the normal 100% stacked and a normal 100% column. You go to the next line, you can now see line charts, the line chart, the area chart, the stacked area chart. All right. And then you can now see the combination of two charts, line chart and column chart together. If you go to the third row, you can see funnel chart, you can see donut chart, you can see pie charts there. You can even see this scatter plot. You go to the, you will see maps, the map of America, the map of the world, the map of Nigeria, the map of USA, wherever you want to have a map, you can see them there. If you go to the fifth row, you see card. That's 1, 2, 3. You see 1, 2, 3. You see multi-row card. You see KPI card. You see the filter. You go to the sixth line, you see R. You see PY. That's Python. You see all the other few query and narratives there. The last line, you see a cup or a goal. You see a paginated report. You see 1, 2, 3 with lightning. You see funnel chart with lightning, etc. The one I want you guys to pick for me is that 1, 2, 3 that has lightning. If you go to the last row on your visualization pane, second to the last row rather, or last row, you see 1, 2, 3, and then you see a lightning symbol on top of it. Right? Guys, don't forget, at your own leisure time, open Power BI, maybe in the afternoon, in the night, or maybe 2 a.m. in the middle of the night, instead of sleeping, open Power BI. And instead of you sleeping, you can go through these charts one by one, know their names, and you can see what they are used for with examples. But tonight, I want you to go and pick that 1, 2, 3 that has lightning on it. If you put your mouse over it, it is called card in brackets new. Card in brackets new. Again, everybody, under visualization pane, you will see so many different charts there. The one you are looking for is the card that has 1, 2, 3. So you see 1, 2, 3, and then you see a lightning symbol on that 1, 2, 3. Click on that card. And the moment you click on it, you will see a new rectangle show up on your screen, on your Canva. That white background, where we are working on, where everything you are doing and designing is showing, is called a Canva. So you want to click on that, and then you have a Canva. Now that you have a Canva, a KPI Canva, what we call a card Canva, I'm going to delete that, but to show other people how to get it into their Canva. Go to visualization pane, just beside data menu. After it's visualization pane, you want to check all your visuals. If I go to the second to the last row, I will see one that has 1, 2, 3 on it. but there's a lightning symbol on that 1 to 3. The lightning symbol is orange in color, but the card is showing 1 to 3. So I'm going to click on that. And once I click on that, what do I get? An empty box on my Canva. Now we need to populate this empty square or rectangle on a Canva. We need to populate it with what? With the information that we said we're going to be having. The information we're going to be having is what? Number 1, the count of students. Number 2, how many regions do we have? And number 3, what is the average total grade in this grade distribution document?
That's crazy.
All right, so we want to now put these values inside our KPI cards. So this card now can contain our KPI card. Number 1 is total count of students. How many students do we have? The easiest way for me to know how many students we have is to look at their names. So if I go to my data menu, under my data menu, I can see all the records or all the columns in our data set originally, and then I can pick the one that says names. And in case you cannot find it easily, there's a search box for you here. Just type what you need to find. NA, right? NAME, and you can see names. All right. And if you can see it under N by yourself, just check the box beside it. And this is one thing I like about Power BI. Just drag and drop, just check, and you can get the same result as somebody that is sweating and toiling all day long in Excel or in other tools, for example. Just simple check box or drag and drop. Right. If you want to drag, you can put your mouse on name and drag it inside data like this. Or you can easily just do what? Just check the box that is beside it. If I see names now and I check the box just beside it, I can now see Abubakar. I can see Adeze. I can see Aisha. I can see all these records. So you can see all these names here, right? But then there's something you need to see, everybody. There's something you need to see. There's something you need to see. Under the visualization pane, I can see my names showing there. I mean, I had a blank visual before, but the moment I check the box called names from the data pane, Power BI moved it under visualization. Check under your visualization where you have all these beautiful, colorful charts. Under them, you see data, you see category, you see 2T, drill through, etc. You guys can see names, I believe. Power BI is sensible enough to know that the moment I check a box under the data column, I'm trying to move it onto my visualization. So Power BI move it to visualization for you, right? So you guys can now see Abubakar, you can see Aisha, you can see, what was that name? Adaize, right? Beautiful names. Emeka, Adaize. You see Jide, you see Kemi, Shade, and all of them. But that's not what I'm looking for. I need to count how many people we have, not their names. I'm not interested in their names at this point. I'm more interested in the number of students we have. So what I'm going to do now is to use my mouse. I'll put my mouse on names. And if I put my mouse on names, I can easily drag names upward. So where is upward? Upward is into data, right? Where is upward? Upward is into data. Your name automatically will be under categories. You want to move it up into data. And the moment you move it up to data, right, you will see first name. The first name is Abubakar, but that is still not what we are looking for. What we are looking for is to count, not the first person. We want to count. We want to count. So how do I now get the count? I will check the arrow. There's an arrow beside first name under the data menu. Everything you are doing right now that you are seeing, the effect is being done under visualization here. So you want to click on first name. There's an arrow beside it. Click on that arrow. And the moment you click on that arrow, a new pop-up will come up on your screen. You see remove field, rename field, move to first, last, count these things, and then count. The one you are looking for is count. It's count. And when I click on count, I can now see 19. In this record, we have 19 names in our data table. This is where we are going to. This is where we are going to 19 names, 19 names. So count of name is 19. That means 19 students. Now, for the sake of people that were not probably following through or they need me to go over it again, I'm going to delete this visual, right? And I'm going to start all over again. I have an empty screen. I'll go under my visualization pane and I'm going to pick the lightning symbol that has 1, 2, 3 beside it. I mean, add new. The last row for me is 1, 2, 3 with a lightning symbol, an orange lightning symbol. I'll click on that card new. And after I've seen something pop up on my Canva, I will go to my data pane. Under my data pane, I will go and look for the column that says names. So I will check the box that says names, or if you're having a mouse or your trackpad, you're using your trackpad, you can use your mouse and move name, move it into data. So if you have a mouse, it's easier for you to move around, or a trackpad, you can easily move name inside data, right? But in case you are not having access to maybe an external mouse, or it's harder for you to drag and drop, just check the box under name. And the moment you check the box under name, Power BI will put names under category. Why? Power BI is seen as text. You want Power BI to turn that text into count of numbers. So you will move it up by yourself and then use your mouse to move names into data. The moment you see it's under data, you will see first name appearing there. I'm not interested in the first name, neither am I interested in the last name. What I am interested in is the count of names. I will click on the arrow just beside it. There's an arrow just beside first names. On the arrow, you will see remove field, rename this visual, move to first, last, count distance, and count. I will click on count distance, not count distance. And then on clicking on count, I can now see 19 showing on my screen, which means to say we have 19 students in our record. 19 students in our record. So this is the first card we want to put in. And now we have how many students we have is 19. The second thing we want to find out is region. How many regions do we have in our data set? The same process to follow through. Just check region under data pane. If I check region, Power BI will move it to category. I can move it up by myself. Or if you are able to drag and drop by yourself, just drag the region and put it under count of name. The same process, click on the arrow just beside count of region and you click on count again. Count distance, sorry. Count distance will help us to know that if east appeared 2 times, I will need to count it just once. If north appeared 10 times, I will need to count it once. If east appeared 4 times, I will need to count it once. So that way I have 3 regions. The east, the west, and the north. We don't have south at all in that data set. So you see, count of region is correct again. The third one we want to do is the average total grade percentage. What is the average total grade percentage? So if I click, I will look through my data columns again and I can see total grade percent. And there's one that called total grade percent. I will just check the box for total grade percent and Power BI will give me sum of total grade percentage. I don't want the sum, I want the average. Just do the same process again. There's an arrow beside it. On that arrow, you will see sum, average, minimum, maximum, count, pounds, standard deviation, variance, median, etc. The one you are looking for is average. So I will click on average grade percentage. 0.77 is the same thing as what? 77%. So the average student in Adenovate gets 77%. If you have these 3 cards now, it's a good time for you to just type done in the comment section. Done really helped me a lot. And in case you only have 1 or 2 of them, I also type done because I believe if you take your time, you'll be able to see all of them together. And in case you are still stuck on one of them, I will show you how to get it done again in no time. So I'm going to delete these 3 and I'm going to start afresh again. So let me delete so you guys can see. On a blank screen like this, I'm going to click on what? the 1, 2, 3 that has lightning symbol. Don't forget, I'm here with you and we're going over the ABC technique. So we'll learn these things together. No man will be left behind. As long as Power BI is on laptop, you can do this. You can, you will, and you must. I'll click on the card 1, 2, 3. I will go to my data pane. Under my data pane, I will see names. If I can't find names, I can use the search bar here and type NAME. I can see names now. I can use my mouse to drag the name. If I drag it, I can put it under data here, under the visualization pane. If I don't want to drag and drop, I can check the box that is beside it, and Power BI will do the needful for me. It will move it under visualization pane by itself. But I don't want to see all the names of my students. I'm only interested in the ones, I'm only interested in the count of it. You can use your mouse and drag it up if you have a mouse or a trackpad on your laptop. And in case you don't have access to that, there's an arrow just beside the names. And that arrow will ask you, remove field from visual, move to. If I click on the move to option, I will click on data and the Power BI will send it upward for me. I can click on that arrow again and I can change from first to last to count and count the extent. So I'm going to click on count. I've added names. The next thing I want to add is region. So we can know how many region we have in that data set. Easily, you can drag it and put it on that data. If you don't drag because of your mouse, you can check the box. And if you check the box, you will see region under categories. So this time around, you want to put your mouse on the arrow beside it. You see move to, and I can click on move to data. Then you see first region, but we're interested in all the region, not just the first. I will click on the arrow beside it and I will do what? I will add count distance and I can see only 3 region there. Count distance will help you remove duplicate. If east appeared 3 times, count distance will only count it once. That's the idea behind count distance. And the third one is total grade percentage. Total grade percentage. I will check the box for it. I will see sum of total grade, but I'm not interested in sum. I am interested in what? In average total grade percent. What is the average total grade a student in Navigator gets on the head? So I'm going to change this sum to average, and I can see 0.77. In Excel, you can easily change to percentage if you want, but that's not the main focus right now. So I'm going to leave it as it is. Now, if you have these 3, right, you are good to go on this journey with me. Just type down in the comment section, and I can move on to the next aspect. We are definitely getting somewhere and somewhere and somewhere. All right. How do you get all the names? Mine is not showing. Done. Please, my average is showing 72.22. If your average is showing 72.22, then you're on a good path. We'll get ourselves even to 72.22. But I want to believe a lot of us are getting this. Somebody said, what is the significance of what we are doing now with this data set? Significance right now is that we are able to do what? We're able to turn our data set in Excel into a dashboard. And like I said, people are not really interested. All right. They're not really interested in seeing your numbers. I mean, the people you're presenting to, the audience you are having, they're not interested in seeing these numbers in Excel. They want to see a summarized version. They want to see a summarized version. And then a better summarized version is when we are using visuals to show them. We are using one single number to explain everything to them. one single bar chart to explain hierarchy for them, one single donut chart or a pie chart to show them distribution. They're able to easily grab what you are saying in that regard. You can like, you can drop down in the comment section so we can move on in that regard. So that's why we design dashboard in many cases. Dashboard help you to summarize and quickly communicate insights more faster than numbers. A picture will tell you 1,000 story, right? A picture will tell you 1,000 story. If you have 1,000 rows in Excel, right, you can communicate all the things you want to say about that 1,000 rows in Excel with just one single visual, a bar chart. And that's why we're designing a dashboard. So let's move back to the next aspect. And the next aspect of our visuals is that we want to use the column chart and the bar chart. So let's define what will be on our column chart and bar chart. So let's decide what will be on our column chart and our bar chart. I'm going to present that screen again so that we can all together talk about what comes after. For the number 2, we're using donut chart. See, gender distribution. Gender distribution is the next thing we want to see. Distribution. So gender distribution is the second thing we want to see from here. So I want to see gender distribution, meaning to say how many female do we have, how many male do we have, which gender do we have more than which gender, right? That's what we mean by gender distribution, right? Every person does it. We do it in population sensor. We say like we have so number of male, so number of female. We do it in churches. We do it in schools. We do it in businesses, in banks. How many female employee do we have? How many male employee do we have? We call that gender distribution, just to know which gender or number compared to the other gender. And then we have 2 genders to consider in our data set. Our data set has male and female to consider. So let's see how that looks like in our dashboard. We're going to be using the donut chart. So guys, going back to your visualization pane at this point in time, under your visualization pane, you will see at the third row, on the third row, you will see a donut chart. It is a donut chart. If you like donuts very well, you can easily identify donut, right? So a donut chart is on the third row. That's the last icon on the third row. There's a circle inside the circle. Yeah, a circle inside the circle. That's donut chart. It looks like they've eaten one part of it, but it's still donut chart. So I'll click on donut chart and I can have this circle inside the circle showing on my screen. That's if you go to the third row, the last item on the third row, that will be number 6 times 3, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the third row, that's icon number 18. That's the donut chart. Click on the donut chart, and this time around, it's as simple as ABC. You want to check gender. Go to your data menu now. The box for gender, check it. Once you have checked the box for gender, I want you to also drag gender again into value. It's as simple as that, actually. It's one of the easiest ones we're doing tonight. You will see your donut chart has been dropped. You see gender under your data menu. Check the box for gender. And you can also now drag the gender value into it. What that does for you is to say it has done the distribution for you. How many times the male appear? How many times the female appear? We have 10 females and 9 male in that data set. And now this donut chart has been able to help us communicate that without further ado, or rather what we say without delay. I can now easily see the donut chart showing me how many female do we have and how many male do we have in this data set. All right. So I'm going to do that over again, but this time around, I'm not going to delete what I have. I'm just going to do it a second time for you guys to see. If I go to my visualization pane, I will see the donut chart. The donut chart is on the third row, the last icon on the third row. That's number 18th icon. If I click on donut chart, it pops up on my screen like this. I'm popping up on my screen, and now I want to do what? I want to you know, add gender into it. What's the first thing I do? I will go and check gender under my visualization. And if I do that, what Power BI does for me is to make gender as a legend, color deep blue for male and a lighter shade of blue for female. All right. But then I need Excel to be able to, I need Power BI to be able to count how many male and how many female do I have, because that's the purpose of my visual. That's what makes it a distribution. It's able to know how many of male versus how many of female. To know that, I will now drag gender into the values. So you check on that visualization, you see legend, you see values, you see detail, you see two tips. So we have gender already under legend. We want to have gender again under values. So when we put it under values, Power BI will use count of gender there. It will help us count how many times do we have male, how many times do we have female. And for the one under legend, that's the one that is giving its color. The one under legend is giving its color. The one under value is counting for us. The same concept you understood in pivot table, in pivot chart, is what you are seeing in this context scenario. So we now have the gender female and the gender male. Don't worry, if you take your time to watch this video again, you'll definitely grab it. You can also take your time to reverse the video a bit, you also grab it. And thirdly, if you are watching this video, I want to ask you to please subscribe, and at the same time engage this post. You can like, you can share, all right, you can bookmark, you can add it to your playlist for future references as they come by. But make sure you engage this post on YouTube. All right. So we've had gender shown now. We now know that we have 9 male and 10 female in our data set. I don't need duplicate. I can just delete one of them as I don't need 2 of them there. All right. So I think we're riding very well and on a good steady note. The third thing that we want to do is now to use the bar chart and the column chart. And what we use bar chart and column chart to do is similar to distribution, right? Similar to distribution also. We're able to use the donut chart and the bar chart, right, to know all that distribution. For example, group, which group appear the most. Now, this will take me to show you guys a little trick. I told you guys that business intelligence, BI stands for business intelligence. And one of the meaning of business intelligence is that a lot of data analytics tools, right, are inbuilt into one single application. Power BI is that single application that has a lot of features, a lot of capability. One of the capability is reporting as we are doing. Another of such capability is data modeling. Another of such capability is transformation. So if I come now, guys, to the left part of my screen, that's the left wall of my screen. The first icon we have is the report view. The second icon we have is the table view. Inside the table view, I can see the data set I'm working with. I can see it in Excel format. So guys, go to the left part of your screen and click on table view. That's the second icon. The moment you click on table view, as you see it in Excel. Example formatting. You can do some type of formatting here. For example, my total grade now, if I want it to be shown in percentage, all I have to do is just click on the column and I can click on the percent symbol here. And boom, Power BI turns it into percentage for me. You want this thing to be having decimal place, click on the values, add your decimal place to it like this, and they can start showing decimal place. So whatever you do here is as if you are working in Excel. Imagine Excel knowledge being applicable even in Power BI case scenario. What I did is just to toggle my total grade a little. Clicking on the total grade now, I moved on to the top part of my screen. I can see the name, total grade percent. I can see the data type, decimal. I can see the format in percentage, right? In general, I can change that percent format to percentage if I want, to whole number, to decimal number, right? Let me change to percentage. Now it's good with percentage. I have summarization, data categorization, sort by column, sorting and filtering. I have data group by, that's like pivot table. I have a new column option. So guys, go back to your report view. Let's go back to our visuals. If I go back to my main report view, You guys notice that I changed my total grade to percentage. If you want, you can leave it as normal figures or decimal place, but I recommend you turn it to percentage sign here. How do you do it? Click on total grade inside the table view here. Under your column tools, you can see your dollar symbol, you can see your format, you can see your general. Just change that general, change it to percentage, just like you do it in Excel. Or you can easily click on the percent symbol that you see here. If I click on the percent symbol that I see here, my decimal place will be turned into percentage for me. So this is how you can see and work even with Excel inside Power BI. So Power BI is sweet. I believe you guys can also testify now that Power BI is sweet. All right, now I have three KPI cards. I have a donut chart for distribution. What I want to do right now is to know which group, right? Which group has the highest number of students? Which group has the highest number of students? Group, let me share the screen with us so that we can be on the same page together still. So which group has the highest number with highest number of students? So what we do in this case scenario, so we want to know how many group with the highest number of students. And the case scenario is that you want to have definitely a column chart or a bar chart. And this is why we said you need to choose the proper charts as the case may be. Why? If I'm using donuts, a column chart or a bar chart, I can use the height of that bar to know which chart is the biggest. So if I have group A very tall and group B very small, then group C smaller, then group D smallest, automatically I can interpret that to mean that group A has the highest number of students. So going back to my Power BI now, going back to my Power BI now, we want to see which group has the highest number of students. Easily this time around, what I need you guys to do is just come under your data menu. Don't forget, you need to click away from the chart. If you are working your bar chart right now, you will see the corners are highlighted. You see the corner, the corner, the corner highlighted. You want to put your mouse away from there. Click on something else. Click on any white space on your screen. Click outside your screen. Click away on something. Just make sure you're not highlighting whatever you're working on currently. Then go to your data menu now. Under your data menu, you want to go and look for group, Group, group. If I click on group now, I will see group A, I will see group B, I will see group C, I will see group D, just 4 groups. But now I want to know which group has the highest number of students. Easily just, you can easily just do what? You can easily just add names, for example, under group. If I add names under group, all right, if you add names on that group, you will see a table on your screen. The table will show group A, 4 A's, and the name of the student inside group A, Abubakar, Aisha, Emeka, Ngozi. Group B, you see Adaize, you see Jide, Abi, you see Kemi, Uche. Group C, you see Tunde and Zainab. Group D, you see Chinedu, Amarachi, Ibrahim, Idris, and Shade. Right. But I want it to be count like a group by instead of just showing me everything again. So let me start all over again to explain with you guys. First and foremost, you want to check what the group. After checking group, you want to add names to check the 2 of them. Now I have checked group, I have checked name, but I'm seeing table. What I want is a bar chart. So this time around, I'm going to look at my names. The arrow beside my name, I'm going to do what? I'm going to change it to count. So count of names. And the moment I turn it to count of name, Power BI doesn't need for me. Power BI automatically now summarizes or counts how many people are paying a group for me. So I can now see from this simple table that it's only group A that is having 4 people. Every other group has 5 people in them. Now what I have now, I can convert into a bar chart or a column chart. The first icon you see is a donut, a bar chart. The second one is a donut chart. And I'm going to use the second icon under my visualization to turn into a donut, a column chart. When it is standing up upright, like standing up upright, it's called a what? A column chart. When it is lying down on the floor, it's called a bar chart. So the one that is standing physically like this, like vertically upward, is called a what? A column chart. And the moment it's lying down by itself, is called a bar chart. All right. I'll teach you guys how to arrange and align these charts. No time. All right. So the last thing we want to do, so that's the last chart we want to bring up on board, or rather on our screen. We've been able to know which groups has the highest number. Now we know we want that has the least number. Group A is having just 4, whereas the other groups are having 5 numbers of students each. 5 students each. 5 students each. 5 students each. So we want to know this time around two things. Is either we know which gender gets more grade or more scores, or rather we can check which group has more scores. So I want to do it, I'll leave it up to you guys for a little vote. Do you want to know which gender are smarter? Which gender gets more like highest score? Or do you want to know which group get the highest score? Gender, if you want us to know which gender gets the highest score. Group in the comment section, if you want us to know which group has the highest score. We can use a single visual to tell automatically which gender is smarter or which group is smarter. So let's see in the comment section, group or gender. Group or gender. Man down, no man down. I beg, carry man up, no man down. Don't worry, if you're not flowing as a real time, you can definitely go back and just rewind a little and then you can catch up. All right, just follow up. Which group? Somebody said gender, please. Someone said gender. I choose group. Okay. 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 More, where are the votes? Let the votes come in. Let the votes come in. Don't forget, you can at any point reverse the video. Just rewind it a little bit so that I can look at whatever we're doing again over and over as many times as you need to, catch up. What I'm going to do right now is this last one I just did. I'm going to do it over again. And then I will decide based on our votes in the comment section, which group or which gender, right, we're going to check which one get the highest score as it were. So let me delete this. And I asked us to do one thing simple. The last one we just did is to know how many students we have in each group. So if I click on group, I have a table shown up for me. Come to your data menu. Under your data menu, you will see group. Check group, the box for group. And this time around, I want to check group and name. Why? I'm using name to identify a student from another student. My name is different for your name, right? It's not a unique identifier as it should be, but name is still a better way to know somebody away from somebody else. That's what names are for identification. So I will use name. And this time around, I have a table shown on my screen. Both group and name are shown. But this time around, I don't want it to be repeating group A, group A, group A, group A, group B, 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 C, 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 D, 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 D. No, I want it to summarize it for me. Group A has how many students? Group B has how many students? Group C, how many students? Group D, how many students? So I will come to my visualization pane. Underneath group, underneath columns, I have group, I have names. I'm going to change that name. I'm going to change it to what? Count of name. How do I do that? There's an arrow beside names. Click on that arrow and you can move down. You see first, you see last, you see count, distance, and count. You want to click on count and Power BI does the needful. It counts how many people are paying A, how many people are paying B, C, and D. Now that we have a summarized table that we want, all we have to do is just change the summarized table into a visual. How do I turn into a visual? Go to your election pane and pick the second icon, and then your chart is now showing as a bar vertical column chart like this. I wish we had a lot of time so that we can use that time to, um, rename these columns so that we can have a proper name for all of them. But this time around, let's just see, is it gender or is it group that we want to know, the one that is smarter than the other? So I made my choice. We are going to know group. Let's just use gender to know how many gender we have in our class. We are going to use group to know which group is smarter than the other. So I will click again on group, and this time around, instead of clicking on gender, I'm going to check group and total grade. So grade is a way to know who is performing well. So in group A, if you have 5 students and all of them get 100, 100, 100, 100, and in group B, you have 5 students and 4 of them got 0, 0, 0, 0, and one gets 100, then you know that group A is performing very well compared to other groups. All right, so I'm going to pick group B. Sorry, I'm going to check group. And after checking group, I'm going to check total grade as well. Now I'm able to see group A. If I add all the score of group A students together, I have 1, 2. If I add all the grade of group B together, I have 1, 5. If I had all the group of group C together, I have 1, 5 as well. If I had all the group of group D together, I have 1,557. Mind you guys, in case you are like, oh, me, I don't like group, I like gender. It's the same process that flow through. Instead of checking group, just check gender and check their total grade. Now you can see the addition together. All the male students, what's the total grade? All the female students, what's the total grade? For the sake of artistic, and when I say artistics, I mean for the sake of us understanding what is going on easily, I'm going to use group instead of gender, right? I'm going to use group instead of gender, and I'm going to use sum. I would have preferred I use average because average is a better metric than sum. So guys, again, please, what do you do? First and foremost, on your blank Canva like this, go and check on group. So on checking on group, the next thing you want to go and pick up is what? Total grade. Total grade. So check total grade. Once I check total grade, I can see grade A, B, C, and D, and I can see sum of grade of total grade. But we are not using sum. Why? Group A has 4 students. Group B, Group C, and D have 5 students. That's automatically going to be cheating for them. So Group A will be having least score. But then imagine you have 4 students in Group A and all of them get 100%. But you have 5 students in B and all of them did not do well. Then sum will not be a good metric. Average will be a good metric. So 4 students divided by 4, what is their total value? And then 5 students divided by 5, what is their average value? So I'm going to change sum here by clicking on the arrow beside to average, and I can see the average score of each group. On average, if you're in group A, you get 305. On average, if you're in group B, you get 300. On average, if you're in group C, you get 317. And on average, if you're in group D, you get 311. Let's turn this into a chart, and let's use either the donut chart, the bar chart, or the column chart like this. So for me, I'm going to use a column chart that looks somewhat like this. Now I'm able to see average score in each group. And in this, I'm able to see that what group C as the highest is best performing, group D following, group C come in 3rd place, and then group B come in the last place scenario. If you have these 3 charts, I think you are doing well already. I will just show you one more trick. And by you practicing well and well enough, you're able to see that you can do much more even with this visual than what we've done currently. So many things can still be done to it. The only trick I want to show you guys right now is for you to go to the view menu. So let me give you just maybe, let's say 30 seconds to be on the same screen as I am. And I will take the last visual again, and I will show you guys the last trick, given our time and the progression of this call. I think we're doing well, quite well, with what we're able to achieve tonight together. If I click on the view, I can see themes. I mean, I can practically see different colors, beautiful colors here. What I want you guys to do now is under the view menu, like in Word, like in Excel, like in Power BI, PowerPoint. Come to view menu. Under view menu, you see themes. And on this theme, I want you guys to do what? Play around with different themes that you have here. Right? Different themes that you have here. The objective here will be communicated as part of your next assignment is that we want to see this dashboard that you've built, right, with the color of the choice you've made, and the way for you to make your submissions will be provided to you through your communication channel. All right. To be provided to you through your communication channel. So I'm going to just stick with a simpler shade like this. But what I want you guys to do now, if you are able to like achieve these three, in fact, if you cannot achieve these three yet, I know if you watch the video, you can catch up to this aspect. You can do more even. You can learn more. The next class, we're going to show you some more exciting things in data analytics. All right, we're going to progressively build you up on the progress of this discussion. All the names that we have here, we need to properly name them. We'll show you how to arrange them better. We'll show you how to add border, right, borders to each of these visual. But what I want you guys to do right now is the simple magic word. I believe you all know the magic word, the magic command, rather. The magic command is Control S. Control S. Can somebody come in the comment section and tell me what Control S means? What does Control S do for you? What does Control S do for you? What does Control S do for you? In the comment section, please. Control S. Before I teach you any other thing, before I do any other recap, before I take you on any other ABC step right now, the most important step right now that transcend ABC, that transcend everything we've been learning all this while, that transcend, let me not go far. What does Control S do for you? Can somebody help me in the comment section? Exactly. Please save your work. You want to save your work. You need to save your work. You need to save your work. You need to save your work. You definitely need to save your work. So Control S, save your work. Give it a good name. You can name it my first dashboard in Power BI, or you can just name it I Innovate Great Dashboard and give it a good name. Make sure you save your work, a name that you will remember. A name that you remember. Control S to save. Save, give it a good name. You want to give it a good name. You want to give it a good name. Give it a good name. A name that is befitting. A name that is befitting. A name that is well befitting. So please save your work. I'm begging you, save your work. It's important. Save your work. Save your work. Looking at the 9 p.m. Nigerian time, I would implore that you save your work. You want to save your work. All right. So give it a good name. Give it a good name. Must give it a good name. Name it and put it somewhere that you remember. I can name my own, my first dashboard. I can name it I Innovate. All right. I Innovate Great Dashboard. I've saved it inside C4 elementary folder, so I can definitely go back there and remember anytime I need it. I've saved my work, right? And that means I can go back to it any I need to go. All right. So in the next class, right, we're going to show you how to properly name your dashboard. How to properly name your dashboard. You see, we have count of gender by gender. We need to rename it properly in a touch more better way. The secondly, we're going to show you how to add borders to this chart so that it will be separated from one another. And then for interactivity, we could show you how to add a slicer. Name of the students can be the slicer. So you can look down onto one mail, onto a name. Which group does that person belong to? Which gender did they belong to? And what did they have with? We are happy that you're able to learn so far so well. All right. Can you please stop? I love I innovate. I love data so in the comment section. And the same vein as well, you know what to do. Subscribe, click on the like button, and you can share. You can add to your own playlist. That way you are able to like store location. You can share to your friends and colleagues. This is an innovate data school. I love I innovate. And I can tell you guys one more thing. This is Power BI. What we are just doing right now is that we are just setting fire. We're just setting fire. We're just cooking. This class is going to be tasteful. All right. This is just you tasting Maggi alone, you tasting salt alone, you tasting pepper. When they are scattered like this, they're not going to give you the vibes you want. But by the time you are putting all the ingredients together, right, you eat better. So I'm saying to the next class you're having is going to be a better meal than what you have tonight. You're going to be more powerful. Power BI is going to show you its ability in the next class. When you begin to put all these visuals together, you are designing and modifying them better and better. You see how powerful dashboard can be. You successfully learned this in just how many minutes or just less than an hour or so. All right. Imagine what you can do when you build on this experience tomorrow in the next class. So Power BI is going to get better, more powerful, more exciting in the next class. Drop it in the comment section again. I can, I will, and I must. All right. I can, I will, and I must. And also, I want to assure you the next class is going to be more powerful, right? We've had a lot of packages brought on board for you. We've not forgotten you at all, right? We've told you guys that the next class is going to be very more powerful. You're going to learn how to get jobs, right? We're going to show you how to make money online, right? I believe if you're in the previous class with Mr. Favor Francis, he showed you so many options available for you to getting jobs, to getting money online, to making money and wealth online. We're going to take you through all this in the next classes coming up. Power BI is going to get more powerful, and then you are going to learn a lot more on making money online, on converting your skill. But thank you so much, guys. You don't want to meet the next class. You don't want to meet the next class. You have to be there. You have to be there. You have to be there. You definitely have to be there. You must not miss any inch out at all. What you've learned right now is just adding. Yet the food is not done. Come and chop better food tomorrow. Come and chop better food in the next class. Thank you so much, guys. Love you guys. You're going to learn and going to grow together. I can, I will, and I must. You need to watch the video again, right? You need to recap. The recorded video is going to be available for you, and you're going to get the best. All right. Good night, guys, and have a wonderful night rest. Good day to you outside the country. And don't miss the next class. You don't want to miss the next class at all. You can't afford to miss it. Yes. Do what to subscribe, do what to like. This is, and please don't forget, take your test. We've been doing this class together, learn together, growing together. The test certificate at the end of this course, take your test. Go and take your test. The test is going to be shared to you in your communication channel. You want to take your test. Everybody, please do the needful. Take your test. There's a deadline to your test, and you have to take your test before the deadlines expire. Take your test. Go to Telegram and take your test. Go to your Telegram page and take your test. You want to go to Telegram page, take your test. Please go and take your test. Go and take your test. Go and take your test. Good night. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next meeting. Stay with you is Marvelous Alabi. And this is how to innovate. Well, learning is the foundation to innovation where you can, where you will, where you must. I love you guys. Thank you.